My God, I hate drugs.
Sir, do you have a 9-year-old apo?
Oh, now that you mentioned about happy birthday to my granddaughter Julia.
Perfect.
It's his birthday today.
How old is she, sir?
1 year old.
1 year old?
Yes.
So in 8 years' time, sir, she can be charged under the juvenile. She may be able to be, she may face in 8 years' time under the law.
Not
that is
under the law.
Under the bill.
Under the proposed bill.
Proposed bill. Do you agree with the age?
You know, I think from the point of view of the president, the law presently is being used by the criminals to use the children. So to my mind, he wants that amended to protect the children. But apparently, those opposing it don't see it that way. Mali yata ang tingin nila. Kaya nga gusto ni Presidente yan, to protect the children because they're being used. Because if you have a law that will criminalize this particular age bracket, hindi na gagamitin ng mga kriminal yan kasi useless pala. They're using them now kasi alam nilang free, they can get out. Yun ang purpose ni Presidente.
He didn't mention any age bracket, right? The president. He just said that 15 is probably too high.
Yes, kasi from the experience of the PNP, ang mga ginagamit ngayon, mga 10 years old, pati 9 nga, di ba? Yung latest na kuha ng PDEA, 9 years old, up to 12.
Do you think 9 is too young?
Depende yan kasi. Sometimes 9 years old, iba ang discretion. Like my 3-year-old granddaughter last year. Iba ang mga sagot niya sa akin. Like for instance, my 3-year-old granddaughter Pia, she was alone in the room. And when I went inside, I told her, "Oh Pia, why are you alone? Where is everybody else?" And my granddaughter at that age, even without looking at me, said, "Grandpa, it's nice to be alone." Can you imagine that? 3-year-old?
Is she contemplating committing
Ibig
crimes?
sabihin,
sir?
iba, depende siguro sa 9-year-old eh. Iba na ang panahon ngayon. Because of modern technology, parang ang bibilis nilang...
Is she contemplating committing a crime? Sir? Perhaps? At that age?
Maybe she's contemplating of eradicating crime like the president.
So you prefer 9? You're okay with 9?
Depende. There are so many proposed bills. Hindi mo na may 9, may 10, may 11.
Why not 5? I mean, just the first
Hindi mo
idea.
siya. 5 masyado lang. Hindi pa mga... Siguro tama. Pero sa akin, pwede na 9.
Why, sir?
Considering nga the technology, yung 9 parang equivalent na to 12, 15 years old eh. May discernment na eh.
May discernment na.
May discernment. Kasi nga sa criminal law, pag may discernment ka na, you know what is bad and what is good, may problema ka sa batas. You will be accountable.
Sir, but there's an article, no? It said that based on our statistics, PNP, there's only like less than 2% of all the crimes are committed by minor.
Siguro yung statistics nila, hindi nakakita yung ibang nangyayari. You must remember na statistics is limited to certain respondents, certain
This is
data.
PNP, official data, sir.
Kahit na official data, hindi naman lahat maalalaman nila. Ang dami hindi nagre-report. Di ba? Nalalaman lang ng mga PNP na ginamit kung nahuli nila. Ay yung mga hindi nahuli. O di wala yun sa survey, wala yun sa statistics.
So just to pick your brain a little bit more, you said kanina na
You were picking my brain? I didn't know that.
so it's
Anyway.
not picking your brain yet,
Oh.
huh? Okay. Anyway, sir, how is this going to deter again the use of minors?
It will deter the criminals from using the minors because it's useless for them to do that. Kasi kakaroon ng criminal responsibility. Right now, they're bold in doing it kasi alam nila, lilibre, magagamit uli nila, paggamit ng paggamit. Kasi, marirelease lang yun, gagamitin mo na naman. Re-release na naman nila. Okay, I think the law is geared towards the protection of the minors rather than from the point of view of those opposing it, labag daw sa kanilang interest. I disagree.
Okay, follow up. Darrell?
Hi, sir. Good morning.
Morning.
Good afternoon, sir. Sir, by going by that argument, don't you think that we will be unjustly punishing minors who may not be fully aware of what they're doing or because they are just being manipulated by criminal groups?
Alam mo, our law, pag if they are enacted, meron mga provisions there that will say, kahit na yun ang edad mo, if you did it with discernment, eto magiging penalty mo. If you did not do it with discernment, eto ang gagawin sa'yo, rehabilitation, so forth and so on. Hindi naman absolute eh.
Okay, may follow up.
Henry.
Secretary, what about the liabilities or liability of the parents?
Ay, dapat meron. From the point of view of the President, ang mga parents dapat may liability rin pag pinapabayaan nila yung anak nila o they allow them to be used in criminal activities.
What punishment they
O,
should...
edi kulong. Or maybe they will be deprived of parental custody over the children. Masakit yun. Pag tinanggalan ka ng parental custody sa mga
So
anak.
dapat ikulong din
But
yung mga
we will leave that to the lawmakers because hindi naman...
pero from the point of view of the spokesperson and a lawyer, dapat ikulong din yung mga magulang na nagpapabaya sa
Oh,
mga anak.
definitely. Ako, I'm all for that. Personally, as a citizen of this country, parents should be accountable for their children. Lalo na mga bata pa, not when they're already of age.
Is that the palace statement or your personal statement?
No, even I think the president, kasi he did it during his stint as mayor. Pinakukulong niya yung... Remember, I remember telling us during campaign when he was president, may nakita daw siya mga bata na natutulog sa ilalim ng sasakyan. Pinahuli niya yung mga magulang. Pinakulong niya.
So can we say na sa news na this is a palace statement that the parent should be jailed for allowing...
Well, let's just say that given the action of the president as mayor, I think he is open to making the parents accountable for the criminal acts of the children. If the law says that they can be criminally accountable. Because right now, hindi pa pwede.
All right. Thank you, sir.
Okay, Ina?
Sir, what is the President or Malacanang's basis why it is supporting this measure, which again specifically lowers it to the age of 9? Because you were saying earlier, di ba, you think mayroon ng discernment yung bata. UNICEF, however, is saying that the brain of a child only matures at around 16 years old, and the group is also asking if lawmakers would insist that pag 9 meron ng discernment, bakit ang pagpapakasal, they have to do this 18?
The theory of the president is this. The present criminals are the very minors that were used by the criminals. The present criminals ngayon, yung mga bata, in other words, lumaki na sila na gano'n ang ginagawa nila sa krimen. Kasi nga palagi silang nare-release eh. Nahuhuli sila, i-release, so they commit another crime, hanggang nasanay na sila mag-commit ng crime. Kaya, yan ang mga bagong kriminal, bagong henerasyon ng kriminal. Kaya he wants to protect them na nga. That's why he calls the Pangilinan law stupid law. Because it created a generation of criminals.
MPC, questions? Other issue?
Sir, just to clarify, because the question really is why 9, not 12, or not, why 9? Is there a medical, I don't know, a study that would make you believe that 9 is talagang may discernment na yung bata? Paano po ba?
Siguro yun ang based on the statistics of the PNP. And as I said earlier, considering the modern technology, mas yung ganong edad mas marami nang alam kaysa yung 10 years ago.
Questions? May follow-up? Other issue na? Okay na? Joseph?
From a lolo's perspective, sir, hindi talaga siya too young, yung 9.
Aling nine?
9, hindi ba siya too young? I mean, can you imagine a kid going to jail because a criminal...
As I said, it doesn't
Syndicate
have to be
used.
going to jail naman
Ay, yeah,
Kasi
bahay
nga,
pangarap.
depende sa provisions ng batas.
Bahay pangarap.
Kasi depende. Kahit na may edad na 9, halimbawa, merong palaging kulatilya If he or she did it with discretion, etong para sa kanya. Pag hindi, eto naman yung sa kanya. So the lawmakers will make a distinction.
Yeah, but under the bill, sir, to be fair, after 18 siya i-commit sa regular jail if found guilty, no? But do you think let's take a case, for example, a theoretical case of a kid, 9-year-old kid, that's being used by a drug syndicate to be a courier, no?
Or by a
Agree
parent,
yung
by a
bata.
parent.
Halimbawa, si Pia, no? Yung apo mo. Biglang nautusan. And then she followed because she didn't know any better, right?
She will know.
No, I mean, assuming, sir,
My,
that-
my PS so intelligent. She will
Okay.
definitely know.
So, for example, a 9-year-old
Baka
being
sagutin ka
used
niya,
by a drug
excuse me,
syndicate.
Tito Joseph.
I'm not the drug courier. So, sir, anyway, theoretically, no, let's test the idea. A 9-year-old kid was asked by a syndicate, for example, a small-time, drug runner in a barangay, no? Padala mo siya. Ano po ito? Candy.
Oh.
And she does it, no? And then she gets arrested. 9 years old. It's not her fault, is it?
Depende. Siyempre depende. If the 9-year-old is intelligent enough and smart enough, siya wala, ano ba ito? Dadalhin ko. If you can prove na alam niya na it's an illegal item, o di may discernment na siya.
So still, that justifies
Depende pa rin sa
that.
depende sa circumstances surrounding a particular incident. Hindi naman ganun ang batas. Tinitingnan pa rin ang batas. Ano ba? You cannot just prosecute, or you can prosecute, but it depends on the evidence.
So, ang point of contention sa discernment. Your
Yeah,
trial.
discernment palagi.
But the assumption of the law is that they
Kahit
are.
na even the present law, may discernment palaging pinag-uusapan
But isn't
pa
the
niya, 15
assumption
years
of the
old.
law?
Ha?
But isn't the assumption of the law the 9-year-old has the discernment to commit crime,
No.
so therefore we can prosecute?
Depende yun sa batas mismo. And most likely, I don't think na ilalagay nila yun. Kasi yung present law natin, kahit yung 15 na sinasabi, depende pa rin kung he did it with discernment. Ibababa lang siguro nila yun, pero the certain same provisions. May
Sir-
kulatilya.
Yeah, can I just get your comment on what the Foreign Affairs Secretary said regarding that, sir? Because he tweeted over the weekend, no? I'm just trying to find it. But because this is a secretary talking about that. And I quote, "Children can commit crimes, but lowering the age when they can be jailed at 9 will have pedophiles panting anxiously for the day they can call prison guards for takeout kids for sodomy. That is the only motivation for lowering the age of criminality to 9." Your comment, please.
Well, the Secretary of Foreign Affairs made that statement. He has reasons to believe in what he says. So I'll leave it at that.
Thank you.
Darrell?
Yes. Hi, sir. There's this March 2017 Pulse Asia survey wherein Filipinos were, the respondents were asked, only 9% agree that 9 years old should be the minimum age of criminal responsibility, while 15 years old, 55% of the respondents. So, by pushing this proposal, would the president or the Congress, go against the opinion of the Filipinos?
That's the call of Congress. It's the Congress that will make the law. The president did not say naman na particular na, wala siyang sinasabi. Just lower it. So depende na yun. We will not question the wisdom of the lawmakers. Nasa kanila na yun.
Okay.
Do
Joseph, use the microphone, please.
That's why we're trying to ascertain where the palace is. Because the president naman didn't say specifically na 9 or 10.
Yeah.
No? At this point, that's why we're asking, do you think that the president is okay with 9? Because probably too young.
As I said again, depending nga sa discernment yun. Kahit na 9, kung may discernment, may problema ka na. Alam na ng bata.
Si presidente kaya okay sa 9.
Ano na?
Si presidente.
I'll ask him para sigurado.
Oh, well, yeah. Okay. But right now, it
Basta gusto niya i-lower.
lower. Na.
Yun lang gusto niya.
Lower but not 9.
Basta yun na
Not
sabi
yet.
niya, i-lower. Tatanungin natin para mas eksakto. I'll issue a statement.
Okay, MPC, wala nang tanong. RJ?
RJ and the riots.
Sir, update on the bill forming housing department which was transmitted to the palace on January 16. Meron na po
Wala
ba,
pa
sir?
Wala pa kaming info. No feedback yet.
All right, thank you.
Okay. MPC, wala nang tanong. Okay na? Okay na. Thank you, Presidential Spokesperson
Thank
Salvador
you.
Panelo.